Alright guys, we're back playing Dragon Age Origins. कंटिन्यू करते हैं और ज़मार में थे हम डायमंड क्वार्टर में जा रहे हैं. ओके तो ये थोड़ा पॉश एरिया है और ज़मार का जहाँ नोबल्स रहते हैं. तो यहाँ बात करते हैं लोगों से. डाल है
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing from
Noble.
want of a king.
News of the hour. Lord Balin promises radical changes that will offend the ancient paragons. Have our traditions no value?
बंदा प्रोपागेंडा फैला रहा है. ये हैरामाउंट का बंदा है जो कंजर्वेटिव्स हैं. ये हैरामाउंट का घर है. हमें यहाँ जाना है बंदे से बात करने के लिए. लेडी डेस.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Okay.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors. Our prince has Orzammar's deadliest warriors behind him.
ये I think Royal Palace है.
So how is it the dwarves have a
है.
king? I thought they voted on everything.
देखो क्या लावा गिर रहा है ऊपर से. क्या खतरनाक आर्किटेक्चर है भाई. ठीक है ना. ये है असेंबली जहाँ पे चेंबर ऑफ असेंबली जहाँ पे लोग बंदे इलेक्ट करते हैं. बेसिकली इनका पार्लियामेंट है. यहाँ पे डिसाइड करते हैं कि कौन किंग बनने वाला है. और यहाँ पे ये है शेप आर्ट जहाँ हमें जाना है.
Of course.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to?
चोर क्या हुआ भाई?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dusttown. They couldn't know the value.
ओके तो एक बंदा चोरी करके गया है यहाँ पे. डस्ट टाउन में गया है. डस्ट टाउन जाएंगे उसको ढूंढेंगे कौन था वो. तब तक बात करते हैं यहाँ पे. कुछ यहाँ पे कोडेक्स एंट्रीज भी हैं.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research. Not exactly, but I'm looking for any birth records from the old Orton Tig. It fell in the last blight, and my mother's family claims to be related. If I'm an Orton, it means I'm noble. I'd have my own house, a seat in the assembly. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
हम आपकी बिल्कुल हेल्प करेंगे क्योंकि हमारे पास और कुछ करने के लिए है ही नहीं.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
चिंता मत कर. हम अपनी जान पे खेल के इन्फॉर्मेशन लेके आएंगे क्योंकि हमें एक्सपी मिलेगा. शेप आर्ट स्क्राइब. यार चीज़ें हाईलाइट नहीं हो रही यहाँ पे. काफ़ी कोडेक्स एंट्रीज
Very important work.
ये बंदा
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories. The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you. Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
तो ठीक है. अब ये थोड़ी हिस्ट्री बताएगा. हम इसे पूछ सकते हैं. What's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
तो कोई भी हो सकता है, अगर उसने कुछ बहुत ही रिमार्केबल अचीवमेंट करी होगी तो उसको पैरागॉन बना देते हैं और फिर वो अपना हाउस बना सकता है खुद का.
There is one paragon of this generation, a woman named Branka. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
Branka is the paragon.
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned. We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn. The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridon's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Golems like this, जो हमारी पार्टी में?
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. We'd pay a good sum for a new find.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery.
Like a special dialogue. So where is Kal Sharok, जो इनका capital हुआ करता था?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
तो वहाँ पे अभी भी लोग रहते हैं, लेकिन इन्होंने धोखा कर दिया था, सील कर दिया था डीप रोड्स को ताकि कोई हेल्प ना आ सके. बट अब वो लोग बहुत गुस्सा हो गए हैं, तो अब वो लोग बात नहीं करते इनसे.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden. The Shaperate guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of Dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost Tigs. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad. Ask, and I shall do my best to answer. Your...
अबे इससे वो तो बात करी नहीं हमने वो चांटे
When I
की.
last walked this hall, I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger. The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded.
हाँ, अरे अजीब है. कुछ चांटे की बात करनी होती है, इससे वो परमिशन देता है भाई. ओके, चलो यहाँ कुछ कोडेक्स एंट्रीज हैं. सारी कलेक्ट कर लेते हैं, फिर यहाँ से निकलते हैं. चेस्ट, अरे चेस्ट खोल नहीं पाएंगे, लिलियाना नहीं है यार. लिलियाना को होना चाहिए था ना. कुछ है यहाँ पे? नथिंग नथिंग नथिंग. ओ ये क्या है?
Something on your mind?
In praise of the humble nug. Nug. Orzammar politics. हाँ, ये चीज़ें ग्लो नहीं कर रही हैं यार. ये पहले कर रही थी ना, अब ये ग्लो नहीं कर रही हैं. तो हमें पता नहीं किस पे एक्सपी मिलेगा. जैसे मेरे को पता है जहाँ पे क्लिक करना है वहाँ पे तो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. आई नो दैट, क्योंकि गेम खेल रखा है. बट अब जो छोटी मोटी चीज़ें हैं उस पर दिखाई नहीं दे रहा, तो मैं मिस कर सकता हूँ. ये पता नहीं क्या हो गया है. जैसे ये देखो, ये बुक. मैनुअली क्या पूरा माउस घुमाना पड़ेगा क्या मेरे को सब जगह? अच्छा भाई, उतना टाइम नहीं है मेरे पास. फिर से बात करें एक बार इससे.
Ah, you return, Warden. Is there more you would know from Orzammar's memories?
जर्नल चलो कोई नहीं, देखते हैं बाद में आके वो एक्सेप्ट कर लेंगे चांट्री वाली बात। हाँ, तो अब क्या करें? हैरामॉन्ड से मिलने चलते हैं पहले, या फिर पहले असेंबली में एक बार चल के देखते हैं क्या हो रहा है। वार्टैग, हाँ ये बेलन का बंदा है।
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring? Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now. No one wishes this fight over more than Balin. But while it rages, Orzammar can spare no one to combat what may or may not be a new blight. I believe you, but what are we to do? If Balin followed his heart and sent his men to aid you, Harrowmont would steal his throne. We would defeat the blight and return to find our homeland devastated by an incompetent tyrant. Perhaps you could prove to Prince Balin your intentions are just. If you show you owe Harrowmont no fealty, I'm sure Balin would help you. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Desh and Lord Helmy. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Okay, तो ये कह रहा है Harrowmont लोगों को bribe कर रहा है?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrowmont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
क्या? क्या? दूर का रिश्ता इतना, मेरे को तो समझ भी नहीं आया क्या बोला इसने, उसकी तब भी मदद नहीं मांग रहा। कमाल है यार।
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
We'll consider it. ठीक है, अभी देखते हैं। अभी हमने सिर्फ तेरी साइड सुनी है, इसीलिए I'll have to think about it.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
ठीक है, तो अब जैसे इसने हमें एक क्वेस्ट दी है, ऐसे ही हैरोमॉन्ट का बंदा भी हमें क्वेस्ट देगा कि तू हमारी मदद कर, क्योंकि बेलन ऐसे ऐसे काम कर रहा है। वो भी कुछ बताएगा हमें कहानी, और फिर हमें चूज़ करना होगा कि हम किसकी मदद करेंगे, या इसकी या उसकी। या फिर मैं हैरामॉन्ट को पूरा इग्नोर भी कर सकता हूँ, सीधा बेलन की इसकी बंदे की मदद करके बेलन का सपोर्ट ले सकता हूँ। बट हम दोनों चीज़ें करेंगे एक्सपी के लिए, लेकिन एंड में चूज़ एक ही करेंगे। देखो ये इनका पार्लियामेंट है, इनकी असेंबली। यहाँ चलते हैं, देखते क्या होता है।
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly, I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace. Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
ये बंदा स्पीकर है इनका. चलो इससे बात करते हैं.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne. Troubling, but it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The Assembly is blind to all else. This is their world, and it ended when Endrin died. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Ferender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
ओके चलो बाहर चलते हैं. अब हैरामॉन्ट के बंदे से बात करते हैं, देखते हैं वो क्या कहता है. ओ ये कौन है? डूलिन.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Ferender.
ओए बाहर आ गया.
Second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
ओके तो ये भी वही कह रहा है कि भाई तुम पहले प्रूव करो कि तुम लॉयल हो, फिर हम तुम्हारी मदद करेंगे.
I see. Well, it hardly increases my confidence to hear that you went to him first. I assume you refused?
हाँ ठीक है. I am looking for a better offer.
If
इसका
you
मतलब
want
ये
Lord
नहीं कि हमारी
Harrowmont's
रिक्वेस्ट
assistance,
खराब हो जाएगी.
first you'll have to prove he can trust you.
ठीक है भाई, तू क्या चाहता है हमसे?
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously. And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
ठीक है, तो अब हम जाएंगे वो प्रूविंग वाले एरिया में जहाँ पे हमें उन दो बंदों की मदद करनी है, बाइजल और पता नहीं क्या नाम था उसका. तो उन दोनों को रिक्रूट करके फिर हमें प्रूविंग में फाइट करनी होगी इन द नेम ऑफ हैरोमॉन्ट. ठीक है, हैरोमॉन्ट के स्टेट भी अंदर जा सकते हैं, हम थोड़ी देर बाद चलेंगे. प्रोपेगेंडा चल रहा है सब जगह. ओ ये देखो, ये रहा ऑग्रेन. ऑग्रेन आ गया.
By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do, that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon, or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
तो ये बंदा जो आ रहा है ऑग्रन, ये एक्चुअली ब्रांका का हस्बैंड है. तो ब्रांका जब डीप रोड्स में गई वो टाइग को ढूंढने, तो वो अपना पूरा हाउस ले गई, सारे लोगों को, और अपने हस्बैंड को छोड़ गई। आई डोंट नो लाइक क्या सीन था भाई। लड़ाई हुई थी, क्या हुआ था, बट
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
तू कौन है? नहीं, ऑगरन कौन है, उसके बारे में जानते हैं।
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branca. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino. Well, he killed Lord Mino's youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him. Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith, and Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation. Chasing some old treasure, she was quite secretive, outright rude, really. She said she never asked if found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her. She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly a third. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Branca, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name. It's been 2 years since Branca left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching. If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
ओके, तो ब्रांका और ऑगरन के बारे में हमें फाइनली थोड़ा और पता चला। मतलब कैसे अपनी बीवी को, मतलब हस्बैंड को छोड़ के चली गई वो डीप रोड्स में। लाइक आई डोंट नो वाई कोई ऐसा क्यों करेगा। ओ, ये क्या हो रहा है?
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go
Who
inside
you looking
and
at?
see what you've been holding back.
ओह, इसको लूटने आया है। जारविया कौन है? अंदर चल के देखें।
Very well. This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well, looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
ये हमको धमकी दे रहा है। ये गधा हमें धमकी दे रहा है। इसे पता नहीं हम कौन है। Intimidate.
Whoa. All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
कैसा यू टर्न मारा ना, एक बार इसको सुनाया हमने, भग गया।
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
चल भाई डिस्काउंट देगा, मैं थोड़ा सा देखते हैं क्या है इसके पास. रिमार्केबल एमरल्ड. अबे ये गिफ्ट तो बहुत महंगा है, लेकिन मैं इसको लेने नहीं वाला है, बहुत कुछ ज़्यादा ही महंगा है. अच्छा, आई नेवर स्पेंड सो मच सॉवरन ऑन अ गोल्ड, सॉरी ऑन अ गिफ्ट. इंजरी किट, लेसर इंजरी किट खरीद लेते हैं थोड़ी सी. हेल्थ पोल्चर्स ख़त्म होने वाला है, थोड़ा ले ले. चलो ठीक है, कुछ बेच सकते हैं क्या? चलो, कुछ नहीं है इसकी दुकान में. चलो निकलो यहाँ से. चलो चलिए मितवा. चलो, क्या खतरनाक
The
आर्किटेक्चर है
swamp
यार.
witch desires something from it.
From what? Ah, you mean from him. And if I do, what of it?
It is aware
अरे
of
यार
the
बहुत टाइम लग
swamp
जाएगा
witch's
सुनने में.
true
It's a very
nature.
funny conversation. बट बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा, मैं सुनने बैठे रहूँगा सारी तो घंटों लग जाएंगे. ओहो भाई साहब, क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? वो ये कौन है? बाइजल. हाँ, इस बंदे से बात करनी थी.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me? Well, that sounded genuine. If you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything. I am. So if you're not here to... How do you know who I am?
देखा, परसुएड. इंटिमिडेट नहीं करेंगे, परसुएड करेंगे इसको. बता भाई क्या हुआ, हेल्प करने हैं हम तेरी.
Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other.
Oh, another Bollywood romance. Hey. So, क्या हुआ?
She's married to a prominent Desher's heir. We should have stopped a long time ago, but I love her. Do you know what that's like? Now Balin found out, and I can't even help my cousin for fear he'll tell her husband.
Oh.
They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were made public, she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel.
So, वो लेटर्स दिक्कत दे रहे ना. चल मदद करते हैं तेरी.
No, one of his fighters, a woman named Miyaja. She's the one who threatened to expose me.
मियाजा, उसके पास लेटर्स होंगे पक्का.
There's no way to guarantee that. I appreciate the thought, but they really have me over a shaft here. You'd do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. If you can make sure that evidence doesn't get out, I'd be happy to fight in the Proving. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
Okay, तो उसने लेटर्स एक चेस्ट में छुपा रखे हैं, तो चेस्ट को एक्सेस करने के लिए रोक चाहिए. तो हमें पार्टी चेंज करनी होगी, बट पार्टी चेंज करने के लिए हमें ऑर्ज़मार के बाहर जाना होगा. तो थोड़ा सा टाइम लग जाएगा. प्रूविंग मास्टर ने इससे बात नहीं करनी, पहले यहाँ जाते हैं.
It will be done. Yes.
ओके, यहाँ क्या है? यहाँ पे भी ये कौन है? हमें आ जा. ये बंदी धमकी दे रही है ना, इससे बात कर सकते हैं.
This area is off limits. Combatants only.
Is that an accusation? It's illegal to threaten proving fighters outside the ring.
Not helping them keep their dirty secrets, though. That's another story. I bet you would.
Just tell Basil Haramont to fight.
Then you'll see them. On the front page of a broadsheet.
Come on, Luke John. We have a fight to prepare for.
ओके, तो ये हमारी मदद नहीं करेंगे, सुनने को तैयार नहीं है, तो हमें वो लेटर चुराने पड़ेंगे. देखते हैं हम. हाँ, हम इस रूम में रखे हैं मियाजा के. बट रोक चाहिए यार, लिलियाना होती ना। पियोटर,
Guards, remove this intruder.
ओके। ये बंदा कौन है?
Go away. I don't talk to admirers.
दूसरा बंदा भी तो है, 2 बंदे से बात करनी थी ना मैं। दूसरा बंदा कहाँ है? एक काम करते हैं, दूसरे बंदे से बात करने से पहले हम क्विकली लिलियाना को ले आते हैं। इससे बात नहीं करने वाला मैं, थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा बट कोई नहीं। आ गया चेंज पार्टी। अच्छा हमें बाहर नहीं जाना, मुझे लगा और मार के बाहर जाना पड़ेगा। कोई बात नहीं, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड।
Pigeon crap.
आ जा भाई लिलियाना।
Have a care where your eyes linger, Alistair.
ओ
Yes,
ओ
well,
ये
don't
सुनो ये
worry.
सुनो।
It's not what you think.
I see.
I was looking at your nose.
And what is it about my nose that captivates you so?
I was just thinking that it looks exactly like your mother's.
I hate you so much.
What?
Never mind.
Amazing यार, best conversations. ओके चलो अब मदद करते हैं उस बंदे की। लिलियाना को सिलेक्ट कर लिया है हमने। लेट्स ब्रेक इनटू हर रूम। उसकी चेस्ट में रखे होंगे, देखा एक्सपी भी मिलता है रोब को एक्स्ट्रा सिर्फ चीज़ें खोलने का। बाइजल्स लव लेटर्स, टेक ऑल, यस, सो इजी सो इजी। चलो बेचारे की मदद तो कर सके हम। तो बॉलीवुड कहानी है यार, मदद कैसे नहीं करेंगे।
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything.
ये ले भाई, मैं इसको धमकी भी दे सकता हूँ। धमकी तो नहीं, मतलब मैं इसे पैसा भी मांग सकता हूँ लेटर्स के लिए, बट हम वो नहीं करेंगे ना। मेरा गुड गाय।
Where did you get those? No. I don't want to know. Just thank you. I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe. I will be glad to fight for Harrowmont in the provings. Thank you again, friend.
ठीक है, तो अब ये हमारे साथ हमें प्रूविंग में फाइट करेगा। ओके, दूसरा बंदा कहाँ है? ये है ना? नहीं ये नहीं है, ये रहा।
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before. It's a pleasure. Sorry it can't be longer. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today. I fought for House Harrowmont in the Deep Roads for 20 years, and will again. I don't regret a minute of that service. But it's my family's job to protect this city, not get caught up in political games better left to the noble caste. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harrowmont's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes.
क्या बात कर रहा है? हट।
Oh? And where did you hear this? That's more reliable than a member of the assembly.
अब देखो, अब हम झूठ बोल सकते हैं और या धमकी दे सकते हैं, बट हम झूठ बोलेंगे।
Well, that's not what I expected. I know Lord Harrowmont. He's an upstanding man. He'd never lie to someone's face. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, Maybe I will at that.
ठीक है, तो ये भी हमारी मदद करेगा प्रूविंग में। यहाँ क्या है?
Fine to see you here, Ward. It's a rare opportunity to fight against. Say, they're a hungry bunch who employ unusual tactics.
अरे इससे बात नहीं करनी।
Understand that there's no concern for fairness here. I'll be here.
बेसिकली ये बंदा आपकी प्रूविंग में तो कुछ कस्टम मैचेस सेट कर देगा, फाइट सेट कर देगा। वो इसका काम है, बट वो नहीं करने वाला, टाइम वेस्ट है। इस कमरे में एक बंदी है जो हमसे फाइट करेगी प्रूविंग में, उससे बात कर सकते हैं, बट कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है, इतना कुछ खास नहीं है, बोरिंग कॉन्वर्सेशन हूँ। चलो सो लेट्स स्टार्ट, लेट्स डू द प्रूविंग। मैं बेलन की हेल्प नहीं करने वाला बिकॉज मैं उसको अल्टीमेटली कभी सिलेक्ट करने वाला ही नहीं था, तो मैं उसके साइड क्वेस्ट नहीं करने वाला, मैं सीधा हैरोमॉन्ट की हेल्प करूँगा।
The proving will begin shortly. I'm sure you can find a place in the stands. Or were you here to take part in the fight?
हाँ, I have to fight for Haramont.
Well, that's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed?
ठीक है. You can call me Dalen of the Grey Wardens.
We'll just call you Grey Warden, seeing as those human names are a real burr to pronounce. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start?
Chalo, let's start.
That's what I like to hear. I will warn you though, this is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring.
एक मिनट, हम सेव कर लेते हैं गेम पहले.
Come back soon. You'll be fighting the bout as soon as both fighters are ready.
हाँ, क्विक सेव. जस्ट इन केस हम हार जाते हैं तो एटलीस्ट हमें सब कुछ फिर से नहीं करना पड़ेगा.
Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for.
Remember,
once the fight begins, the roster go down. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Sewern of the warrior caste. Many of you remember when Sewern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Haramont's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Idukan and our future King Balin.
अब आप डिपेंड करते हो क्या इनसे बोल सकते हो, या कैन बोलो हाँ ठीक है ओके, या फाइट फॉर हैरोमॉन्ट, या आप बैक टॉक भी कर सकते हो, या गेट रेडी टू ईट दोज वर्ड्स. तो डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट यू वांट टू से. तो लेट्स फाइट फॉर हैरोमॉन्ट.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
ओके, तो ये 1-on-1 फाइट्स हैं. अभी 2-3 फाइट्स 1-on-1 होंगी, फिर लास्ट में 2 बंदे और आएंगे जब हम उनके और हमारे वो जो 2 बंदे हमने जिनकी हेल्प करी थी वो आएंगे सपोर्ट करने के लिए.
Of course. It will be done. Yes.
So easy.
The winner is the Grey Warden! That was an exciting start, Warden. Sewern is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round, Haramont's champion takes on the notorious duo, the warrior caste twin terrors, now fighting for Prince Balin, Miaja and Lukjan.
May the stone honor you.
When you fall.
अच्छा बेटा.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
ओके, तो ये वही बंदे हैं जो धमकी दे रहे थे हमारे वो दोस्त को, तो इन्होंने हमारी मदद भी नहीं करी, तो इनकी हम बहुत गंदी मारेंगे हम. अबे यार शिट. अरे स्टन कर दिया इसने.
Die! Yes.
ओके, मर गया ना वो बंदा. हाँ मर गया.
Of course. There is
अरे
no hope
वापस
for
आ
you
गया?
now.
I thought मर गया. ओ मेरी हेल्थ.
Of course.
बच गए.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Well, that was an exciting bout. 2-on-1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent?
हाँ कौन है?
Excellent! Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Paramount's champion has held the field so far, but how will he do against one of the legendary Silent Sisters? We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hanashan, who proved her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue. And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name.
ये वही बंदी है जो हमें वो रूम में मिली थी जिससे हमने बात नहीं करी क्योंकि ये कुछ बात ही नहीं कर सकती. चलो, good luck to you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
आजा बेटा. अबे कुछ नहीं हुआ इसको.
You have forced my hand. Of course.
अरे बेटा.
Of course.
Okay. Heroic aura.
It will be done. Very well.
Healing.
You shall not touch me.
अबे ये मैं गिरा रही यार बार. Not cool.
Very well.
मर गए बेटा. काफी क्लोज आ गए थे हम डेथ से.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Paramount will be pleased, Warden. The Silent Sister support was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent?
I think ये लास्ट होगा ये वाला. इसमें वो दो बंदे भी आएंगे हमारी मदद करने.
Excellent! Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round is paired combat. Just as Kiatchet fought as King Bloodlick II defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Master of all weapons, prisoner of none, Wojciech Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin? Grey Warden, choose your second, for you face Wojciech Ivo and Valans.
ठीक है. तो मैं अपना बंदा भी चूज़ कर सकता हूँ या मैं हैरामॉन्ट के बंदों को भी चूज़ कर सकता हूँ या मैं अकेले लड़ सकता हूँ. तो मैं चूज़ करूँगा मॉरिगन को.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
उतना फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता कि वो जिन दो बंदों की हमने मदद करी थी वो इतने कुछ खास नहीं है और कुछ उससे कुछ फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा. तो चलो, let's do this.
Yes.
Is your time to die?
Of course.
Okay. ठीक है.
Now you see true power.
The winner is the Grey Warden!
अरे मैं और मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड क्या
Wojciech
सब कुछ
Ivo
कर
is
सकते
one of the
हैं.
best this arena has seen, Warden. Paramount picked wisely. Are you ready for your next opponent?
हाँ बिल्कुल.
Excellent! Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Piotr Idukan has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him on behalf of Lord Heremont, the Grey Warden has risen from nothing to stand at the competition's summit. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
You fight well, but your judgment is questionable. The throne will never leave House Idukan.
अच्छा बेटा.
You honor me.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Okay, so let's start.
Is that it? Of course. It will be done. Of course. Very well.
Get that blood flowing!
अरे बाप रे.
Very well.
अरे मर गो. Fuck. सब कुछ फिर से करना पड़ेगा क्या? कोई नहीं गाइस, I'll edit that part out अगर मेरे को सारी फाइट्स फिर से करनी पड़ी. So देखते हैं.
Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? Remember, once the fight begins, the roster is final. No new additions are accepted, and all withdrawals are...
इतना सही जा रहा था यार, सबको मार दिया था हमने. वो लास्ट फाइट थी. शिट. वो दोनों साले बाइजल और वो गधे निकले कुछ यार. कोई नहीं, मैं वो फिर से खेलूँगा, वो पार्ट एडिट कर दूँगा. I'll do it again. तो चिंता मत करो. I'll just edit that part out. आप लोगों को 1 ही सेकंड लगेगा. Alright guys, we're back. मैंने वो शुरू की फाइट काफ़ी जल्दी कंप्लीट कर ली. इसमें ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगा. एंड वी आर बैक इन तीनों से लड़ने के लिए. तो चलो देखते हैं इस बार थोड़ा बेटर परफॉर्म करेंगे.
You honor.
ओके, थोड़े बेटर कोऑर्डिनेशन चाहिए होगा इस बार.
Yes, it will be done. You will not win.
I fight for Heremont.
अरे बेटा क्या हो रहा है ये? आजा बेटा.
Yes. Very well.
I fight for Heremont.
It will be done.
बहुत बेटर, बहुत बेटर.
It will be done.
I'm going to enjoy this.
सही चल रहा है. मच बेटर. ये दोनों मर भी जाएंगे तो कोई बात नहीं.
I've been waiting for it. Take that.
As you say.
खत्म. अब सिर्फ यही बचा है. चल बेटा. Let's do this.
How'd you like that?
Die.
बस अब आराम से फाइट है.
Take that.
Flee while you can.
How'd you like that?
खत्म बेटा.
Very well.
अब जाके हमारा बंदा गिरा है.
As you say. We have done well.
जीत
The
गए.
winner is the Grey Warden! Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called the Horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then it is my honor to declare this Grey Warden champion of the Proving, who has shown that the ancestors favor Lord Heremont. The ancestors speak through you. Congratulations, Warden.
चलो बेटा, हो गया क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट फाइनली. अब हम हैरोमंड से जाके बात कर सकते हैं. आई थिंक यहाँ से बाहर निकले. स्ट्रेट स्ट्रेट स्ट्रेट. कहाँ जाना है? यहाँ नहीं जाना है, यहाँ जाना है. चलो चलो, सही था. आई थॉट हम लाइक सही खेल रहे थे. मैंने थोड़ा ध्यान नहीं दिया. हम वो लास्ट फाइट हार गए. दैट वाज कम्प्लीटली माय फॉल्ट. पूरी मेरी गलती थी. ध्यान नहीं दिया. फिर से स्टार्ट करना पड़ा, बट कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है, अब हम बाहर आ गए. सो लेट्स गो एंड मीट लॉर्ड हैरोमोंट. उसके बाद मैं वीडियो एंड कर दूंगा. काफ़ी लंबी चल गई है वीडियो.
So this thing you and him have going, doesn't that violate your vows?
ओ सुनो सुनो.
What?
अरे
What
नहीं,
kind of
हमारे बारे में
question
नहीं.
is that to just blurt out? What do we have going?
Yes, I'm that blind. I so totally did not see you ogling each other before.
He was not ogling me, was he?
हमारे
Was
बारे
he
में बात
really
कर रहे हैं.
ogling me?
Now that you say it, I'm not sure.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs. I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down. Good on you, stranger.
इसको बेसिकली नग्स चाहिए. नग्स होते हैं रैबिट जैसे होते हैं. छोटे से जानवर होते हैं, वो इसको चाहिए होते हैं. और वो छोटे से जानवर लिलियाना को बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं. आप उसको एज अ गिफ्ट भी दे सकते हो. जैसे मैं क्विकली दिखा देता हूँ एक बार. मेरे को पता है कहाँ पे है. एक चू चू आवाज करते हैं. हो रहा उसकी चूहे जैसी शक्ल होती है. थोड़ा रैबिट रैबिट चूहा का हाइब्रिड लगता है मेरे को तो ये नग. ठीक है ना. अब मैं शायद ये लिलियाना को भी दे सकता हूँ नग, या मैं उस बंदे को दे सकता हूँ. बट चेक करें ज़रा. नग 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 नहीं, आई थिंक वो नग गिफ्ट देना पड़ता है. बाद में मिलेगा वो हमें. हम इसको वो नग दे सकते हैं. कोई नहीं, अभी जाके उसको दे देते हैं बंदे को. 2-3 नग्स मिलते हैं आपको. पता नहीं कहाँ कहाँ होते हैं. इसको लाके देते रहो. नग वॉरियर.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell. Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
बस 12 सिल्वर बस. देखते हैं. आई डोंट नो कहाँ पे हैं बाकी के नग्स. मेरे को याद नहीं, तो मैं प्रॉब्ली इसकी क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाऊँगा. अगर मिल गए तो बढ़िया है, नहीं मिले तो कोई बात नहीं. चलो अब चलते हैं हैरोमोंट के घर.
News of the hour. Support Lord Balin at...
ये है लॉर्ड हैरोमोंट का घर. ये होते हैं डॉग्स के घर. इतने सही होते हैं ना ये.
If you're looking
Butler.
for Lord Doolan Forender, you'll find him at Tapsters, taking his evening break.
Allow me.
अच्छा
I
हमें
can do
नहीं
that
नहीं
for you.
सॉरी, उसके पहले बंदे से बात करनी थी ना. हाँ उसने बोला था मैं यहाँ पे हूँगा, उससे जाके बात करनी है. ओके ओके ठीक है ठीक है. कूल 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 नॉट बैड. डायमंड क्वार्टर में नहीं है वो. बेसिकली इट्स अ टैवर्न. वहाँ पे लोग दारू वारू पीते हैं, चिल विल करते हैं, खाना वाना खाते हैं, लड़ाइयाँ वड़ाइयाँ करते हैं. वही ऐसा कॉमन होता है. वहाँ जाना है हमने, रोड के उस साइड. ओ ये रहा एक और. कोई नहीं, जब हम उस साइड जाएंगे तो देंगे. अभी मैं वापस नहीं जा रहा सिर्फ इसके लिए. बट सीरियसली मैंने इन्हें गर्मी नहीं लगती. यहाँ पे इतना लावा है. अरे 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 आवाज़ आई. एक और ना गया आसपास. ये रहा. आवाज़ आती तो पता चल जाता है कि आसपास है. ढूंढना पड़ता है. ये रहा, आ गए
I do
हम.
not even want to think from what manner of substance a cave-dwelling people would create their spirits.
ठीक है।
I once drank a thimble of dwarven ale, woke up a
यहाँ पे
week
लोग हैं,
later
किससे
in
बात कर रहे
Jada
हैं?
wearing.
I think यहाँ पे ऑगरन भी
I
है।
don't understand why the provings aren't open to
ऑगरन कहाँ? ऑगरन भी होता है ये रहा ऑगरन। बातें करें इससे।
What do you want? Hey, I heard about you. Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. People are saying how you've thrown yourself on Harrowmont's wagon train. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branka. But I guess you're just like all the rest. You don't need a king to face a blight. You need a paragon. The Assembly elects them, but they're higher than the Assembly. They become nobles, but they're more than anyone born to a house. They're what every dwarf with a spine not made of soap dreams of being. City's only living paragon, and she's been lost in the deep roads for 2 years. 2 years, and no one's raised a bleeding army to go look for her. What's it matter to you, huh? You trying to find out her secrets? That what Harrowmont sent you here for? I know he's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He looking to take it for himself? A little lost technology of the ancients to throw Balin right out of the picture? You are looking for it. Of course, that's all anyone cares about. Well, sod off and sod your mother, too. I need a bleeding drink. You keep on your errands. Until your boss really commits to looking, you're getting nothing but smoke out of old Ogren.
And then he practically
ऑगरन काफी रूड बात भी करता है कभी-कभी। Sod off your mother too.
They're everywhere. I can't take it.
इसको क्या हो गया भाई?
Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends.
हैं?
There's things older than Darkspawn. And once you're in the story, they find you. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Okay. कुछ दे के भग गया मैं कोडेक्स एंट्री।
Atrasvala, champion.
Level up.
I hear your performance in the proving was nothing short of amazing. I must thank you for bringing both Baisel and Guidon back into the fight. His lordship was touched to see his old friends stand for him. There can no longer be any doubt where your sympathies lie. If you're ready, Lord Harrowmont will see you now. His lordship is looking forward to meeting you.
फाइनली हम इससे मिल रहे हैं। बट आई थिंक वीडियो थोड़ी ज़्यादा लंबी हो गई है, तो मैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हैरामॉन्ट से बातें शुरू करूँगा। ये वीडियो मैं यहीं एंड कर रहा हूँ। सो आई विल सी यू गाइज नेक्स्ट टाइम। टेक केयर।